welcome to the show. Welcome for, you're always, we always want to, welcome you, congratulate you for always showing up, because, 80% is showing up, and you are always here. You all are always here to listen, learn, and grow what we and I are sharing with you. And, we always want you to really do well in life and business, and that's what it's about. So the more you improve, the more you get better. So today I'm going to be leading the conversation, and I'm going to be talking about it's a good chapter, but before I do go ahead, I want to introduce you all. My name is 𝗥𝗵𝗲.
My name is Ria,
and welcome to our show. So thank you, guys. Okay, so I am just going to share my screen. Okay, I'm just sharing. Okay, share screen, perfect. Okay. All right. All right, so today I'm going to talk about, I want to talk about the knowing doing gap. So let's get started. So what is that? What is a knowing doing gap? So the knowing doing gap is education doesn't mean what you do not know. It means how you behave in what you do not know. So, okay, that's too thick. Well, didn't want that. Okay, so okay, much better. Okay, so knowing doing gap is what we're talking about today. And so the knowing doing gap is not what you do not know, what you do not know. It's how you behave. So it's in our behavior. It's how you behave. It's how you behave what you do not know, right? So, so now let's take a perfect example. So in your work, in your job, you have, your boss tells you to do a particular task. So you need to get that task done. You need to, finish your task. And so oftentimes what we tend to do is we may procrastinate. We may not, our mind is just wandering. We may want to go for lunch. We're thinking about lunch. We're thinking about so many things, but we are not focused in our work, right? So this is, we do not do what we are told to do. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what it comes down to, your behavior. When we are told to do a particular task, particular things, why do we not do it? In one word, it's your paradigm. Our favorite word, paradigm. And this is always going to keep coming up in, when I get the chapters I'm going to be sharing with you. Your paradigm, you see, your paradigms is your limiting beliefs. And so it's in your beliefs that, you're not confident into what you are doing. You're not confident in how you, show up, whether it's at work, whether it's, in life. You're not confident. And as a result, we all want to succeed. So that's when I talk about education does not mean what you do not know. It's your behaviors as to what you do not know. It's how we behave, and it's what we are saying constantly. So I want to illustrate this point, because when I talk about your paradigms, I'm going to illustrate this point And I want to bring in our favorite, the stick person, because the stick person truly, when I began to, this is your conscious mind, this is your subconscious mind, and this is your results. When I began to study this stick figure, it was so powerful. And this stick figure was devised by, a Viennese psychiatrist, and he began to see his patients really the results that they were getting. So whether his patients had some kind of deformity, whether deformity on their nose, they had a scar on their face, but he began to see, because say for example, we have a deformity on our face, we have a deformity whether you've had some burns on your face, right? So that's your outer the shell. Because if you go for plastic surgery, that your internal, and Ria, you can attest this being a physician, your internal should not reflect your external. And so when the doctor, the psychiatrist began to see his patients that on the conscious level, they came in with not feeling good about themselves, they were not feeling confident about themselves because of how they looked, right, physically. And so as he began to see the changes over a period of time, he began to see that initially when they first came in, how their conscious mind, because your conscious mind is your educated mind, and is your intellectual, right? So that's your conscious mind. So whereas your subconscious mind is the feeling part. And over a period of time, as his patients, and the emotional part. So over a period of time, as the patients began to get better, a lot of work needed to be done to improve their mind. Because, when we have any kind of deformities, absolutely, it destroys everyone. Destroys you internally, for sure it does. So there was a lot of work, for the psychiatrist to really hone in on their patients, on their mindset, what they were thinking, how they were feeling. And so the subconscious came into play, your subconscious. And as the patients began to feel, right, this is the key here, as the patients began to feel better over a period of time, it truly changed. It truly changed the patients, how when they first walked in, how they were feeling, because of how they were looking physically, that it changed the whole context. And this is why the stick figure, it is so powerful, because it truly illustrates the power that we have for our conscious mind, but more so the power that our subconscious mind really has. Because when we begin to feel a certain way, when we begin to feel for the things that we want, your subconscious, you've got to come from the feeling part of your mind. So this is why the knowing doing gap, it is important, because it's the results that you get. Your knowing doing gap, your knowing doing gap, knowing doing gap is the results, that you have. And so when we look back at your results, whether at work, when you look at yourself and you look at your performance at work, how do you feel? Are you do you procrastinate? Do you not, does your mind wander? Do you not focus? Are you not focused at work? because this is what is the huge difference, and this paradigm, because we all want to succeed. We all want to do that, right? Whether in our job, in the organization that we work at. And we all want to succeed, but you know what happens? Your limiting, your paradigms just cut you off, that it just comes in your way. Because your paradigm knows that what you are saying, what you are supposed to be doing, you're not doing. And so your paradigm comes in just at the right moment when you are striving and you are wanting to succeed, you are succeeding. So your paradigms is very, very tricky because it tricks us out of doing what we were supposed to be doing. So your paradigms is your limiting beliefs, is your habits over a period of time, what you keep saying and what you keep doing. You keep doing, your behaviors are the same. The pattern is the same over and over again. There's no improvement. And I want to share with you what used to happen to me, and this is exactly what used to happen to me, right? So I would be saying, I want, my goal was, fitness at that time, and I would sign up at the gym and I would not go. I would not go. Can anyone relate? You sign up for some things and you just don't show up for that. Whether it's an event, you show up and you pay up front, but you just don't show up. So that is your paradigm that is kicking in. Your paradigm is your limiting beliefs that's limiting you from not going ahead and not doing what you said you wanted to do. So it's your habits. And it's very, you can change your habits. Your habits are difficult to change because, your mindset, because for most people, we are set in our ways. We are set in our ways and we just don't want to improve. Let's be realistic. For most of us, we just don't want to improve. And so we wonder why things are just not happening. We wonder why we are not moving ahead. And we wonder why, we see people like having or doing so much, but why are we not? We are just at a plateau. And so as difficult it is to change, it is possible. You can change because change, and I will share what do I do to changing my paradigms, to changing my behaviors. And this is what I spoke about in the beginning, is that, education does not mean what you do not know. Educate, it simply means the behavior, how you behave, what you do not know, right? So let me share with you. So, you can change. And what do I do to get out of that? So my paradigms, as when I know my paradigm is starting to kick in, is about to step in my way, right? Get in my way. I do affirmations. Affirmations. You can do affirmations. You can affirm to yourself throughout the day. And affirmation, and I will recommend doing that. I will recommend saying affirmations throughout your day, because this is really going to hone in and it's going to wipe out the negative. It's going to wipe away the paradigm that was in your mind that was setting you up. So when you start to affirm, you are now training your mind. You are now training and you are uplifting yourself in the process. So affirmation, it truly is powerful. And I do it, and I even do it throughout the day. Say that throughout the day, and it truly is going to be a game changer as to what you are doing. So it's very important that you start to implement. Now, I know this was a lot, but I just want to make sure that, you know, I just stop right here because there's a lot, especially when it comes to your mind. There is so much. Your mind is a complex tool. Mind is so powerful. It's a complex tool. And so I'm going to stay right here, right now. So, Ria, any thoughts that you might have?
Yes, thank you for that, Alka. So for people that do not know about affirmations, now what are the practices? How do they do the affirmations?
So the affirmation, yes. So the affirmations, what you can say, it depends on what your goals are. So if your goal is, for example, you know, money, the income that you are wanting. So you can say, and it depends on then, but you got to be specific. So you can say, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am earning 10K a month, whatever, you know, you fill in the blank, but I am grateful, or I am earning X amount. I am grateful, because you know what I have found, whether it comes to goals or affirmations, you need to be grateful. You always have to be grateful, because when you're not grateful, why would we expect what we are wanting? So that is the key. You need to be grateful. So this is how you can do the affirmations. You know, I'm so grateful. I'm so happy and grateful. I have XYZ. You know, you just fill in the blanks, and your affirmations is gonna uplift you. Honestly, it really will uplift you. So implement on that. Do your affirmations. Do it throughout the day. You know, it's good. You don't have to limit yourself just when you wake up in the morning. Do it throughout the day, and you will see a big difference.
Is there a better time and place to do the affirmation? Or can they do it in a loud, you know, like when you're walking out? Or does it have to be like a quiet, serene type of
you know what?
place?
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I mean, I say my affirmations when I'm just going for a walk. You know, whatever it, you know, you feel good at that moment. You feel good. If you want to go for a walk and you want to do affirmations, fine, because I do that. You don't have to sit in your office to be able to, you know, do affirmations. You could do it anywhere. Absolutely. Do it anywhere. No problem. So guys, I am going to stop right here, and I will come back to this because I want to just keep on rehashing as to, you know, when it comes to your mind, it's such a complex tool. Honestly, it is so powerful. We know that, but it's what happens in the process, right? So thank you for joining us, guys.